Shh, The Real Obsessed is starting.
Welcome back to The Real Obsessed, the actor edit. This is going to be a fun edit. I'm Kelcy.
I'm Abby. We are so excited, and you may be able to see from our outfits. If you're doing audio, you look on our Instagram, our socials to see, because just from our outfits alone today, you should be able to guess today's topic.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Today, we are talking about the actor who really brought us together.
Truly.
Who really formed this partnership. It's our origin story, really.
Yes.
And that is the one and only. Should we say it together?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Adam Sandler.
The Sandman.
Yes, I have on my husband's golf shirt with some sweatpants.
It's literally the perfect Adam Sandler shirt. Like, he probably owns that.
Like, yeah, he probably does. I swear I've seen him. And I'm like, this is not my color. I don't know my colors, but this is not it. I know it's not. So I'm doing this for you, Adam. But I truly understand Adam on a deep level now, because before this, I had to run to the store to print off something for the show. And I had to walk in public like this. And I have a very bright golf shirt on and sweatpants and my gym shoes, because you never know if you're gonna play a pickup basketball game or something.
You gotta be ready to play ball at the drop of a hat.
Yes, but I am so comfortable, so I understand. Like, if
so
I was doing everything he was doing, I think I would do that too.
I relate. Like, I don't know if you've seen those like memes online. It's like, can't decide if I want to dress like Adam Sandler or a girl today, and that's literally like the question I ask myself most days. I'm like, what kind of fit do I want to wear today? So this feels nice. I'm wearing like just a random graphic t-shirt and a flannel and sweatpants, and of course my New York Yankees hat.
Yes, it's so perfect.
Which is actually a Marty Supreme.
Yeah. Yes, I saw it had A24 on it.
Yeah, it's actually an A24 Marty Supreme hat. So, you know, the crossover. A movie in New York, all about New York. But anyway, we're here today to talk about Adam Sandler, to talk about our favorite Adam Sandler movies, everything Adam Sandler. But, of course, before we get into that, we need to talk about what we're real obsessed with right now.
So excited for this, because we have the same real obsession this week. We got to see an early screening of Project Hail Mary, and by the time this episode airs, it will be out to public. So it's going to be perfect timing. Hopefully you have just watched it, and we're going to dive right into it because we're real obsessed.
Real obsessed. It doesn't even begin to cover it, because we saw this film together and decided like we're not speaking about it at all. And that is so hard when you watch a movie, especially an iconic movie, and you can't talk about it with the person that you just saw it with, because we had to save our thoughts for the podcast. So I can't wait.
We're doing this for you, because it was so I think after the movie, we were just standing there and I was like, I want to say something. So I think I said something like, oh, it was different than expected. And then I got shushed.
I was like, shh, shh, shh. Don't say anything to me right now. Don't save it. Save it.
I was trying to keep it.
That was maybe a little aggressive. But
no, this is serious, important work, because now
we mean business.
This is business. Yes. And now we get to dive in.
Okay. So let's just jump into it. Tell me right off. I have so many notes. Okay. Tell me right off the bat your thoughts. Let's just kind of walk through anything you want to talk about, and we'll cover all of our notes about Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
Wait, before we get into that, you did not read the book, correct?
I did not read the book.
Me neither. I feel like we should preface that by saying, like, we did not read the book, so we did not go into it already knowing the story or having expectations. So you might feel differently if you are a fan of the book, but this was our experience.
Yes, love a disclaimer. I wanted to read the book, but then we had this opportunity, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time anymore.
It's now or never.
Oh, well, exactly. Like, we got to go see the movie. I'm actually going to start off with my rating first, because I feel like it tees up everything. Okay. This was my first 5 out of 5 stars for the year. I loved this movie so much. And it'll be like, Abby, you always give out 5s. In 2026, I have not yet. So, that's rare for me. I love everything.
You did say first 5 star of the year.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm going to be more selective this year. But this was my first 5 out of 5. I loved this movie so much. And one of the reasons why I love film and why you love film is it makes you feel like you feel a connection with a character. You feel emotional. You're sad, scared, excited, all of the emotions. This movie had that, and I loved experiencing with it. And it was so fun experiencing it with you. It's always fun when we get to watch a movie together too.
I agree with everything you just said. 5 stars. Dare I say a perfect film?
I agree. We need a bell. You know what? We need to get like a bell or something.
Like something special.
when we both are like a 5-star movie.
That's a good idea. What
Okay.
any suggestions?
Yes,
Like
let us
what is
know.
like a
What do we
fun
need?
I'm trying to think if there's something like movie related.
We need something.
We'll brainstorm on this.
Yes.
But yes, dare I say a perfect movie. So beautiful. I went in thinking like, oh, I'm gonna like this movie. Like again, not knowing anything about it, but from just seeing the trailer, what felt like a bajillion times, I said I'm gonna like this movie. But I was not expecting to truly be moved by it, blown away by it. It was so funny.
Hilarious.
It was so much funnier than I thought it was going to be, and like it kind of had no business being that funny. But it was all they pulled all the humor off. Like none of it was like, oh, why are they trying to be funny? It was all it all fit so well within the story. I loved it so much. I almost feel like I feel weird talking about it because I felt like I couldn't talk about it with anyone because no one else had seen it. And I didn't want to spoil it for anyone. So I'm having almost a hard time talking about it right now. I'm like, it is so good. If you have not seen it yet, you absolutely need to see it. Do you have specific things you want to talk about in the movie? Okay, let's kind of get into it. This is kind of gonna kind of be like our Wuthering Heights breakdown where we might kind of go all over the place, but
we'll
it's
try
all
to
gonna lead
keep
back
it
to the fact that this is a 5-star film.
Yes, we'll keep it contained as much as possible. But I want to start off with the opener because I, like you, I didn't really know what we were getting into. Is this going to be not scary, but is this going to be more intense? A lot of the times when you're seeing a space-related film, it's going to be more intense. It's going to have elements of horror. As you know, Alien's my favorite movie, so I was kind of picking up on that vibes in the beginning. But the amount of comedy in this movie, unparalleled. I absolutely loved. But even in the opening scene, and this is going to be a tad spoiler. Are we good doing spoilers?
Yeah, I guess we should say, yeah, because like I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about and it's spoilers. So if you have not seen Project Hail Mary yet, maybe just skip ahead. We'll put in the show notes at what time like we're done talking about this and we start talking about Adam Sandler and maybe come back and listen to it after. So spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Opening scene I loved because of the cinematography throughout the film. And I love watching a movie with Kelcy because you're writing in your notebook. And I saw like immediately you're like jotting down. And I was like, oh, I think we're thinking of the same thing.
That might be distracting. Sorry.
No. I actually love it because I'm like, oh, wait, I need to pay attention. Like she's got something. She picked up on something. But I loved the cinematography. You had some really cool, just like full 360 views.
I have that on here too.
Yes, which I loved. They did that multiple times throughout the film, like kind of like showing that we're switching into a different universe, which you are. You're dealing with different planets, different life forms. But this opening scene where he's waking up from a coma in space, he has all the tubes. It's kind of gross because space, like it's gross, like the tubes and his hair. You don't really get a lot of context into why he's there, what he's doing.
Yeah.
So I loved the, oh no, unknown, but also is this going to be intense? But then immediately he starts cracking jokes. Like the robot is trying to talk to him and he's like, what? So the audience, like you breathe a sigh of relief a little bit because like everybody's like laughing because it's like, oh wait, this is going to be a comedic scene
He's
too.
like falling off the table.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel like, oh man, what was I just going to say? My brain just thought of like a bajillion different things that I wanted to talk about and I like had like a short circuit. Yes, I agree. That opening scene, the 360 camera, it happened a couple times, which I kind of took that as like, oh, it's kind of like making us feel like we're in space as like a viewer.
That.
You know, like because so much in the film, like they have to rotate. Listen, I don't know the terminology for space travel. Sorry. They're like rotating, orbiting. I don't know. Or even like there was a lot of handheld shots. And at first I did not like it. I was like, this is almost too much for me. Like I don't know, it's making me feel disoriented. But then I was like, but I think that's the point. Like that's how you feel when you're stuck in space. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. I love that it starts, boom, he's waking up in space. And then you kind of throughout the film get flashbacks to figure out how he got there, which I'm sure is how it is in the book. I assume. I don't know.
Yes.
But I love that it started that way. And like you said, we get humor right at the beginning to kind of like let us know what the tone of this film's going to be.
Exactly. Yes. And I loved, because you're getting his memories throughout the film, it was a cool parallel because he's experiencing the same thing because he doesn't have his
Yeah, that's
memory
so
in the beginning
true.
either. So we are kind of getting clued in when he gets clued in because he's trying to figure out, he has that whiteboard of like, who am I? Who are these
Yes.
people? And he's like trying to piece
And we're like,
together.
yeah, who are you? Who
Exactly.
are
So it was
you?
kind of fun to be on that journey with him. And I love a movie with flashbacks.
Yeah.
Anytime we have a flashback, I'm
Yeah,
there.
I agree. I also, in the beginning of the movie, a shot that I absolutely loved is when he is like gets up, he's trying to orient himself, figure out where he is, and all of a sudden he realizes that you see his reflection looking out the window out in space. And the shot is not like of his face, the shot is his reflection in the window,
Yes.
which I thought was just so beautiful. It happened, I think, like 2 or 3 times throughout the film when he's like realizing something and you really get like an understanding of how vast this whole thing is. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's us. We're in space. We're floating. We're just this little thing. It's just so crazy. Like
I
it's a whole
know.
experience watching it.
Totally. This is definitely a movie that has atmosphere.
Oh, 100%. Which I want to bring up. There was so much silence. There were moments of just
Yes.
silence, which
Mhm.
incredible. It was so uncomfortable. It's what we needed in the moment.
Mhm.
And the editing, A plus, like A plus. The editing with the cinematography
Yeah.
was perfection.
I hope that they get nominated for this for something because the
Oh.
cinematography, and I know it's going to do well at box office, like numbers wise. Like people are so excited. Right when I was posting about it, my parents called me and were like, we're so excited, we're reading the book right now, we can't wait to watch
I
it.
love that.
Yeah, they were like, wait, is it already out? I was like, no, it was early. They're like,
Yeah.
what? So I had a few people say that to me,
Oh
like,
my
wait, this
gosh.
is already out. So I think just within my own circle, but from what
Yeah.
I'm seeing online, I think this is going to do well. So I'm hoping that this is something that gets nominated too.
I think so too. I truly think this is the first film that we've gotten in 2026 so far that will be an Academy Award nominee.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has to be. I think
Has to.
I think for Best Picture,
Mm-hmm.
I think cinematography.
Yeah.
I
Actor.
even think Best Actor. I
He
mean,
was so good.
if you think about it, it's literally just him. For the
Yeah.
majority, besides the flashbacks,
Yeah.
you are literally seeing Ryan Gosling command a screen by himself for the entire film.
Yeah.
Now, he meets a friend, and we'll talk about that.
I'm so
And-
excited.
But if you think about it, like he wasn't acting like I don't know how they filmed that. I don't know if it was like a tennis ball that was CGI'd. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was like a robotics thing built. I don't know.
Right.
I didn't look into that. Either way, it's not another human being. He's not
Right.
acting with another human being in that
Mhm.
moment. The skill required to lead a movie like that is absolutely like unmatched to what a lot of actors can do. And I really hope he gets the recognition because he was incredible in this movie.
100% agree. Can we talk about Rocky?
I know,
now?
Rocky. I didn't realize he was going to be such a big part of the movie.
I know he was honestly supporting actor
Yes.
nomination
Oh,
for
honestly,
Rocky.
honestly, we're onto something now because in the trailer you see that he meets an alien, right? But like
Yes.
that's all. Again, we didn't read the book, so I don't know the story. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, so that'll be part of the story. Didn't realize they were going to become besties.
Can we just take a moment? Like, I'm gonna cry. I never knew I could love a rock so much.
I literally.
like, wait, he's the most important thing
because I
to me.
collect rocks and I love rocks, but
That is so true.
a rock alien.
You are a rock girl. I'm also a rock girl. No wonder
so no
we
wonder
liked
love
this.
Rocky so much. No,
No, it's
wonder.
like he is everything to me.
I will say something that I did write down. I was like, the ship doesn't match the alien. Like, I would not expect Rocky, like aliens that literally look like rocks, to be in like a ship that looks the way the ship does. It's like it's all made of metal and like,
So true.
I was like, this is confusing. But then I was like, well, it teaches you not to judge a book by its cover. I was just like, but at
not
first
to
I was like,
judge
this
a rock
is...
by its ship.
Oh, don't you dare judge a rock by its ship. But I thought that was really interesting. I was like, I was like, I wasn't expecting this to be the alien.
Yeah. No, that is a really good point. They really threw me off with that ship. It reminded me, did you watch Interstellar?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene at the end where Matthew McConaughey is like the daughter is in the room with the books
Yes.
falling and it's like
The-
pulling the strings
yes.
almost to get the book.
Yes.
It reminded me so much
Kind
of that.
of.
It was like all these lines
Yeah.
in space and it's so hard to convey. Once you see it, you'll know what we're talking about. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to describe. It's like all these lines, these like bars are making up a ship. Like it's so hard to
And I guess it
describe.
makes sense because he can like make anything out of the metal.
Yeah.
Metal might be the wrong word. I forget what the element is, but
Right.
like So I'm sure they built the ship and they can be whatever. But I was just like, oh, this is shocking.
Yeah. Well, and like, where were they? Because it's like almost see-through.
Yeah,
like,
I know. It's so interesting. It's so interesting.
So interesting.
Movie magic.
I love it.
But other people also want to say, I did love that there was no love story in this. It was purely a story about friendship. We rarely get that now.
Yeah.
Every single movie has some element of a love story, a subplot that's like a romantic interest. I love that the main character is single. He literally has no romantic interest throughout the whole entire film. It's a story about friendship. It's just so rare.
It is.
It really is. And I was trying to explain when I got out of the theater and I did my immediate, like, no spoiler, like, little reaction.
Yeah.
I was like, it's E.T. I feel like it's E.T. meets Interstellar.
Yeah.
And then, listen, I'm just going to say, Ryan Gosling hosted Saturday Night Live, and he described it as E.T. meets Interstellar. And I was like, oh my gosh. Not to pat myself on the back, but I was like, that's what I said. That's what I said. Okay. I said, I'm glad we're on the same wavelength, but I'm like, that's what it feels like. It's that story of friendship with an alien. Like, almost the campiness of it.
Yeah.
And the humor that comes along with it.
Yes.
But, like, the vast grandness of Interstellar.
Definitely. And you have some of the sad moments, too, especially when he realizes that his fellow astronauts didn't survive the journey. There are some really heart-pulling moments like that. And that was like, like, you're kind of shocked to see because you see their bodies, too. Like, it's sobering.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying that's the one thing in the movie. That's the one part of the movie that I was a little confused by, because I feel like it wasn't quite explained why Grace survived, but they didn't.
I took it
just
as
like their
just like
clone
the
was failed.
effects of space. Yeah, like the technology, the space, and he happened to just be the only one that made it.
Dang,
that's how I took it.
So how long, like, I don't know. I was like, I know nothing about space travel. Like, wasn't one of them the pilot? Like, how far did they get into space before the pilot had to put himself in a coma? Right? Isn't that how it would work? Or are they put in the comas, shot up into space, and at some point they're supposed to wake up and finish the journey?
Well, remember, they put him to sleep. So they might have gone into liftoff asleep. Because remember, I know
Grace was put to sleep.
Yeah. Oh,
but
the
other
people,
two,
they were willing.
Because they went willingly. I mean, that was insane when they like,
written down.
Oh my gosh, when they tackled him and was like, sorry, you're going against your will. Like, ooh, that was uncomfortable.
I just have the word written down, betrayal, and that's what that's how I like summed up that scene. That 100% was so sad, and it's so relatable though, because you can see he almost doesn't believe it. Like when she's talking to her in the office. Do you have hours to decide? And he's like, no, I just can't do it. And she's like, well, you don't really have a choice. And you see the doctors and security coming in. And he's kind of like, what? Like, there's like the awkward laugh and he's like backing away. It's just so sad.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
But it still had the comedic moments where he's going to make a run for it. The balance,
he gets tackled like in the fields.
The balance of this film. And then, okay, so his friend, I can't remember his name at the top of my head at this moment, but his friend who's kind of the security guard who stays with him and does the experiments with him in the beginning. I loved that character.
Skittles.
But even at the end though, when they are putting him to sleep, he says something like, it's a really momentous quote. I can't remember what it was, but
I was trying to
basically
remember too.
It's something like, I can't do this. And he's like, you will. Like, it's like it's that vibe.
You'll figure it out.
Yes,
something like that, right?
It's very much
you're smart. You'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I think it's something like that.
I'm not able to do this. And it's like, you already do. Like, it's something like that. Like, he believes in him. So it's just interesting to see like the two sides there where it's like panic, scary. And then the security guard is just like, you're already like, you're made for this. So,
well, and I also loved the parallel of at the end of the movie when he sends them like what he discovered that will help save the world, basically. And like in his note, he says that same line back to them, like, like, you're smart, you'll figure this out, or you'll know what to do. I forget what it is right now, but I was like, ooh, that's good. That's good, because
I have chills, honestly.
I know.
Just talking about.
I know. And we have to talk about the end, because when he makes the choice, when he realizes that they don't have fuel to get back, and he can either literally just go back to Earth, but he also knows that Rocky's alone and that he's like stranded. So he makes the decision to go find Rocky and be with Rocky. I genuinely thought that decision was, I'm going to go be with him so we can at least be together while we're stuck in space until we die. I didn't realize that they could also still make it back to his planet. So when I realized that they were on his planet, I was so relieved because I literally thought the book was like, or the book, but the movie, I thought the end was going to be like, oh, it's implied that they're like choosing to live out their final days together so they're not alone. And I was like, and that's beautiful. But I was so happy when I saw that they actually made it to his planet. And it was so endearing to see that like he has the option to go back to Earth, but like it kind of ends with it implying that like he's like, we'll talk about it later. Like maybe he doesn't want to because he gets to teach the little rock kids on the planet.
I'm so obsessed with the rock
like,
class.
yay! Like jumping around.
I loved that so much.
They're like little rock spiders.
That was incredible. I agree. I'm so happy it was a happy ending. Because
me too.
I can't live. I could not go on.
And I hope that's how the book ends. I don't know. Because a lot of people are in comments of people's like videos like, is it the same ending as the book? Did they change the ending of the book? I have no idea. I guess like I could have researched it. Like how did the book end now that I've seen it? But I liked the way the movie ended. Yeah. So I don't really care how the book ended.
I agree. And I have seen the few reviews that are out, like especially in comments of people going to early screenings, I've seen positive. Also, it is a long movie.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a very long movie. And I applaud them for that because sometimes you want to just rush through things. But to me, it signaled they really wanted to try to get as many details as possible. And even what my parents were describing to me, I was like, oh, yeah, that happened. That happened. Like it was. Yeah. So I think, again, don't know, but it seems like they tried at least to make it as close to the book as possible. But what a fun story. A fun story of friendship. And it's just so, I love stuff that it's realistic, but it's not reality. Like you have to suspend a little bit of disbelief, but it's not overly cheesy. It's not like, oh, this could never happen. Like I could so see that happening.
100%.
Like it's like, and it's real.
Like, you can relate to it as a human being of feeling like you're not brave. Like he's like, I'm not brave. Like I'm not meant to do this. I'm not the person that you need for this mission, and not believing in yourself. But also it's completely understandable that that would be a very hard decision to make because you're choosing to go up to space and die there and never come back. And would I be able to make that decision? Even if I was qualified, that's an extremely big thing to ask of someone and a difficult decision to make that like my heart broke for him for even having to consider it or consider the consequences if he doesn't. When she was like, yeah, if you go, you'll die. But if you don't, it's also likely you will die 15 years from now with all of us and you'll watch all of us slowly die. And it's like, so it's a lose-lose situation.
It's impossible.
And like that was heartbreaking. Like that felt relatable. Like that could happen. Like we all every day might be put in positions where we don't believe in ourselves. We don't feel brave. We are qualified for something, but are scared of what might happen if we follow through. It's just like all of that was so relatable. Maybe not the part about being shot up to space, unless you're an astronaut, I guess. But it was like, oh yeah, like on a human level, I can understand what he's going through. And it's scary. And I don't know if I would be brave either.
Yeah. Oh, chills. 2 scenes I really want to talk about. The first scene being where they are going to that planet's atmosphere to gather the bacteria to help make this cure because they figured it out. That scene is so intense because he's having to go outside of the ship to gather it. Things go awry and the atmosphere is so draining on them, like their ship is going to crash. But that scene where when he immediately steps out of the ship and it's green, I am real obsessed with Aurora Borealis, Northern Lights. I love that. So seeing that, I was like, wow, imagining like standing in that. That's what it looked like because you're seeing the beautiful greens and pinks. And I just saw that scene was so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Loved that
like
scene.
Unreal. Like imagining what that had to be like if you were actually experiencing that.
Exactly.
Take your breath away.
I know.
Hopefully not, but.
And then the other scene I needed to talk about was when Rocky went out of his bubble to save him. Such a cool scene in the way that they shot this because again there is this aspect and it's like a concept in horror films a lot too that something is typically more scary when there's a little bit of ambiguity to it, like until you see the monster. Like usually the monster's more scary and then you actually see it and it's not as scary anymore. So I felt a little bit of the theme of that with Rocky. Like he was a little bit hard to see just because he had like, we first saw his little arm and then we saw him.
Yeah, they had to be separated.
And then we had him in the orb and then we could see him a little bit more clearly. But him outside of the bubble. I'm just gonna call it the
Yeah,
bubble.
it's a bubble. Safety bubble.
the ball he
Yeah.
rolls around in. Him outside of that, I loved that they didn't have full lights on him, just bright and happy. I loved that it was cut of lights flashing. And you can see how dire this is, that Ryan Gosling is literally dying. Like Rocky is burning to save him. And it made it like less cheesy. Because something like that, it's really easy to get
Yeah.
into cheesy territory. But the fact that the lights are flashing, so you just see little bursts of Rocky and you kind of see the smoke, you see the ashes he's leaving. So I love that they left a little mystery to it, again, to add that realism aspect to it.
You're so right. That scene was really hard to watch. I think everyone in the theater was crying a little bit.
I was.
Because I genuinely thought he died.
So upset. Oh my
I genuinely
gosh,
thought he
I
died.
know.
I thought we were witnessing like an act of bravery. Like this
I
film is all
know.
about bravery, I feel like, of Rocky, you know, taking a risk, risking his life
I know.
to save his new friend, the only person he has left, who he just met not that long ago. Like I know it was insane. It was insane. Any other scenes you want to talk about?
I feel like those are the main two.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that I want to point out is like, and then we wouldn't have a movie if this didn't happen, but like when Rocky, before they meet, before he's named Rocky, so at this point it's like a mystery alien ship, and like, you know, an alien is sending messages back to him and he's sending messages back, and then he like extends a tunnel so Grace can walk through the tunnel to him. I'm like, I would never go in that tunnel. What is going through your mind that is like, oh yeah, let me just walk through this mystery alien tunnel and get stuck in here? Like, I would not trust that at all. I was like, this is so sketchy. This is giving like, you know, someone who walks into a dark room in a horror film. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, obviously it all ended up working out, but I was like, why are you just be like, yeah, let me trust this alien who's like luring me to their ship.
I know, but if it was a trap,
Yeah,
especially
it's
how
a trap.
Rocky had him take off the helmet too. So that was an act of trust.
Yes, and
for
he,
sure.
yeah, like, oh, here's a little freaking twinkle lights. This is oxygen. Oh, do I trust him? Let me test it. And if I'm wrong, my head explodes. What?
Although at that point,
Yes.
what does Ryan Gosling have to lose? Like,
He's gonna die anyway.
yeah,
That's what he
so
thinks.
it probably changes your perspective a little bit. You're like, I'll go in a cave, in a tunnel.
Shouldn't we all live our life? Maybe not that extreme, but like, let's all live our lives. What do we have to lose? Let's take chances.
So true. Let's take chances. But
It feels good to finally talk about this movie.
I know.
I'm glad we both were equally as obsessed with it. I mean, 5 stars. Both of us giving this a 5-star rating says a lot.
Big deal.
It says a
Big
lot.
deal.
And it was a special experience at
Yes.
that screening. I can't wait to see it again.
Exactly.
I
the
might have to see
whole
it in the
time.
theater again.
Yes, I think I will when it comes out. I'm going to see it again.
Yeah, because it was.
I need to
special.
process it more too.
I agree.
Especially now that I know. I feel like now I'll be able to pay attention to things a little bit more too.
I agree.
Love.
Okay, anything else about Project Hail Mary, or should we move on to Adam Sandler?
Ooh, I just have to say, this is truly what we needed right now, what cinema needed, what all the audiences needed. Like, it's such a feel-good movie. I am just so happy that it's out. Like, honestly, I'm just happy that it's going to be out, and it's a great movie.
I agree. It's like this is what it's a good message.
Yes.
It's a beautiful production. But it's just like everything all around. Like I say, like, dare I say, a perfect film. It's
Yes.
perfect, and it's what all of us need to experience and watch, and it will heal society. Maybe not, but I hope.
Beautiful. I'm ready to talk about Adam Sandler. How about you?
Let's do it. Let's dive into the Sandman. Let's give a quick backstory on why we're both passionate about Adam Sandler and why this was a thing. So if you didn't know, last year, so Abby and I have known each other for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
We met at like a networking event.
Yeah,
and
it's like random events in the same circles.
Like we've both been guests on each other's like own individual podcasts in the past. And anyway, Abby came to me with this idea of hosting a event or session at the Phoenix Film Festival, which is where we live. We're local in Phoenix. So we pitched them this idea for like a film fan session during the film festival. And we set a big goal of like, if we could have any guest come, like if we could get one guest to come to this session, who would we want? And it was both of us pretty quickly said Adam Sandler. Like it's a no-brainer. And we tried our very best.
We tried so hard. We even like went onto a golf course and took Happy Gilmore content for TikTok. Like
we emailed every contact we could find.
I found someone from Happy Madison on LinkedIn. Like and we did get a response, but it wasn't much. But
yeah, we really gave it the old college try. But even more than that, like we're both delusional and audacious. We were like, whatever. Yes. Like we're gonna get 1,000 no's if we need to get 1,000 no's. But like we're gonna do our best. All that to say, unfortunately, we did not get Adam Sandler to come to our event. Unfortunately,
but one
we had
day
some other amazing guests come.
Yes.
But one day, it kind of just sparked our shared love for Adam Sandler. So we knew right away we have to have an episode dedicated to Adam Sandler on The Real Obsessed. Like once we decided we were starting this podcast, it was an immediate episode topic.
Yes.
So we've talked about Adam Sandler a lot together, but we haven't like revealed our top 5 favorite lists and gone into detail. So this is going to be fun.
It is. Well, and he has such a catalog. Like even doing the research for this, like he makes an episode easy because I barely could even fit all the movies I love.
An honorable mention.
Okay, I do too. So let's, okay, good. Whew.
Okay. It's tough too because I was like, I think I'm just going to leave it to like what I consider like classic Adam Sandler comedy films.
Okay.
Because he's kind of like extended to different genres.
Yes,
but I was like, I just like what has stuck with me the most or like impacted my life the most, whatever. Okay, do you want to kick us off? Do you want to start with an honorable mention?
Let's start off with an honorable mention.
Okay.
My honorable mention is The Longest Yard.
Okay. I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I love this movie. He's a pro football player and ends up going to jail. I think it's for drunk driving. It's something to do with driving. In the beginning, it happens really fast. And in the rest of the movie, he's in prison. And just the cast of characters you meet in the prison, it's so funny. Like Terry Crews's character always makes me laugh because he's the one that can get you McDonald's in prison.
My favorite thing about Adam Sandler movies are all the characters.
Yes, he has so many and repeat characters too. Like Terry Crews is in a few of his movies.
I mean, listen, the man employs his friends and he keeps them working and we respect it.
Yes. But I just think that movie is so funny and it's so like unexpected too. But I just love that movie. So that I won't go too much into it, but that is an honorable mention for me.
I haven't watched that in a very long time. And yesterday I went to go put an Adam Sandler movie on and I considered rewatching that one, but I didn't. I chose Murder Mystery instead because I just like love those murder mystery movies. I think they're so funny, but that's not part of my list at all.
Okay. What is your honorable?
So my honorable mention is Just Go With It.
Love.
Because I use quotes from this movie. Honestly, a lot of this list was based on how often I quote the movie. Let's be real. But I think that I just quote certain things in this movie all the time, like the Devlin, taking a Devlin. I love the daughter that speaks in like a British accent. Yes. I just like, iPod man, inventor of the iPod. Like I think this movie is so funny. And it's just a good, like, you can throw on at any time and rewatch it. It's just a good, like, ambiance, background, easygoing. You'll have a good laugh. And I love Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler together. Again, why I like watching Murder Mystery, too. It's just, like, they're such a good team. They really need to make more films together.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Okay, Just Go With It is on my list.
Okay, I can't wait to see where it is.
I love that movie.
Okay. Hit us with your number 5.
It's crazy because right as you were talking, I was like, wait a minute, I just thought of others. But I'll stick to my list. But just know this is so hard. Like, honestly, like, favorite actor.
This is going to be wild.
This is going to be crazy. I am going to throw a curveball for our 5th one and I'm going to say Bedtime Stories.
Never seen it.
It is such a cute movie. It's definitely more like when he's kind of like in his kids' side. No, he has a lot of animated movies. I love Hotel Transylvania.
So this is an animated film?
No, it's not. But it is more in that vein. I think it actually might be a Disney movie like in partnership with him.
And it's a movie.
Bedtime Stories. So he is a hotel handyman. And his niece and nephew are staying with him. And like I think they're staying at the hotel and because he has like this little cottage outside of the hotel. There's this I haven't seen it in a while, but there's this backstory where I think that they have like familial ties to the hotel from what I remember. Like, I think
okay.
it's like their great grandfather, but then it gets bought out. So there's like, you can just be the handyman because
Yeah.
we have to keep you in some capacity. But the bulk of the story is he is telling his niece and nephew bedtime stories at night to go to sleep, but then they all come true. So the next day, like elements will come true of them.
How have I never even heard of this movie? This is crazy.
Okay, so I'm glad I put it because I feel like it's so underrated, but it is one, hilarious, but two, it's just cute too because it kind of is like there's the symbolism and like themes of like dreaming and like being a kid and like basically like not giving up. Like there's so many, there's like really positive themes, but it is just so funny. And there is a scene specifically where it's like really once I say this, you might recall it because it's like the most famous scene of this movie. But where he talks about in like the story he's telling them before bed that it rains gumballs, and then when he's like sitting in his car, all of a sudden his car starts getting hit the next day with gumballs.
Like, never heard of it.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Which is crazy. How have I never heard of this?
But it's wholesome, it's cute, and I love an original concept. Like it's just a fun idea. Like if my like stories that I was told growing up like came to life, like how fun that would be. So I just think it's cute.
And this is like a Happy Madison production. Like he made this film, or he's just in it.
He's the lead actor in it. I don't know. For some reason, it gives me Disney vibes. I don't know if they had a partnership because usually everything he's in is Happy Madison.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know the actual like production relationship.
Okay.
But it is A+. It's a good watch.
Okay. Yay. This is so exciting when I didn't realize there was a new Adam Sandler movie that I could be watching.
That's the hard part. He has so many movies. People forget. Like he has so many. Okay, what is your number 5?
Like, okay, my number 5 is probably going to be controversial because I know people are going to be like, out of all the Adam Sandler movies, you put that on your list. And it's Hubie Halloween.
Ooh, you know what's crazy? I've never seen this movie.
Hubie Halloween. I just think I have to watch it every holiday. I mean, I don't know when this came out, just a few years ago on Netflix, of course. But Hubie, so Adam Sandler plays Hubie, who is like, I don't know, I guess you could say he's like a grown adult with some kind of like special needs or like developmental, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a lot of the characters actually that Adam Sandler plays. And he lives with his mom and he gets picked on in his town. He lives in Salem, Massachusetts. So the whole thing happens in Salem.
That's so fun.
And he takes it upon himself to be like the security of the town. Like he likes to ride his bike around and make sure everybody is like safe. He's like the safety police. Everyone's following rules. He has like this magic thermos that like has all these tools that come out of it, and he can like help do things. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Movie magic. And so the film takes place. It's Halloween, and basically a bunch of people in the town that like he grew up with are all like bullying him, and like throughout the night they do things to like mess with him.
Does it make you sad?
Yes, it is sad. But he's like patrolling the neighborhood to make sure everyone's being safe. And so when he's out, people are doing things, but then at the same time, people are like, the people who are picking on him are like going missing, or like people are experiencing them being taken. I don't want to spoil it for you.
I actually do know the ending. For some reason, somebody spoiled it for me, so I do know.
It ends up being his mom.
Yeah.
It ends up being his mom, like getting revenge on all of these people who are bullying her son. And it's amazing. Why can't I remember the actress's name who plays June?
Quib?
Yes.
Quib? Something like that.
She was in that Scarlett Johansson movie recently too. Anyway, just so funny. And of course you have like Steve Buscemi is a werewolf that lives next door. It's just so good. So he thinks it's the werewolf. Yeah, he thinks it might be the werewolf. Like he's is on a mission to find out, is it a werewolf? And then of course we have the actress from Modern Family, Julie Bowen. Plays his.
She's in a few of his movies.
Yep. So we love all the Friends, and she plays. They went to high school together, and she was married to the popular guy who's now the town sheriff. But they're divorced and they have kids together. But she's always secretly been in love with Hubie, and of course, it's like a love story throughout. They end up together, and then he becomes the mayor of the town at the end. It's just like it's so
okay. At least there's a happy ending.
Crazy and unbelievable, but it's so endearing because at his core, Hubie is such just like a loving guy who really wants to help people and wants like everyone to do things right. and just cares about people. And it's like kind of like satisfying seeing the bullies get what's coming to them. I don't know. It's just so good. I love it. So next Halloween
maybe
you
I'll
need
have
to watch it.
Okay,
Yeah. Save it for Halloween time.
Yes.
And give it a watch.
Okay.
Hubie Halloween.
Totally. I will definitely watch. You know what's funny? So originally, number 4 was going to be Just Go With It for me because I love that movie. Since you already brought it up, and now that I'm seeing my list, the movie that I actually wanted to add, I didn't end up transferring. So I'm going to slot in something else for my number 4.
Hit us with
but
it.
I do just have to say, I love Just Go With It. I watch that movie like every quarter.
Quarterly watch.
Yes. So my number 4, and this might be controversial too, because if you look at like his top movies, this one is one of the lowest ranked. Pixels. Have you ever seen this
Never
movie?
seen it.
Do you know the premise?
I hope I've seen some of these movies on your list. This is crazy.
These are my 2 outliers after.
Pixels. Tell me about it.
Okay. I love this movie so much. It is almost as poorly rated as Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill is also, I think that's like his worst rated movie.
Poor Jack and Jill.
You know what? I applaud him for that. He tried. But Pixels is incredible. You start off where it's in the 80s at an arcade, and Adam Sandler's character is really good at video games. And there's this basically he has this feud with this other gamer, and it ends up being Peter Dinklage later on when they're grown up. So, but then, actually, I don't know if I want to spoil that part, but basically they have this feud. And his life is video games. Like, he's the world champion. I think it's of Pac-Man. Later on, fast forward, he's just like working his normal life. I think he works at Best Buy, I think, something like that, just like a normal job. All of these things, there's like an alien element. Like the United States is like under attack. And it's gonna get like destroyed, like the end of Earth, because these aliens have this old video game system where I think it's like a time capsule was sent and they found it. So basically like they're attacking Earth using old video games. I know, stay with me. But basically Adam Sandler, so now the US government is like, who knows anything about these old video games from the 80s? So you have to go find the world champions of like video games. So then they form this like special team, as I'm saying.
So what you're telling me is it's kind of like Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
But starring Adam Sandler, and instead of being a scientist to help fight what's eating the sun, it's actually finding the best video game player from the 80s.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yes. But literally the visuals are so fun and it's so nostalgic. Like if you ever have picked up a Nintendo, like Nintendo 64 back in the day, the characters, because it's literally like Adam Sandler, like with these like guns, like fighting Pac-Man. It is so funny.
How old is this? Like young Adam Sandler? Is this like older, like within the last like 10 years?
I would say it's probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
interesting.
Like, it's newer Adam Sandler. But again, we have like the full cast of characters. You have so many funny people. Josh Gad is in it. He's also one of the former like video game players, and his character is really funny. But yeah, it is hilarious, and you just have to suspend belief and you will enjoy it. I love this movie. It's joyful, it's funny, it's nostalgic, and Adam's character is hilarious.
Okay. I love that you've already given me 2 movies that I haven't even heard of, which is actually crazy.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is 50 First Dates. I felt like I had to put this on. I don't know. I feel like 50 First Dates, Just Go With It. I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of. It's like a different category of Adam Sandler films, you know, where it's like it's grown up love story. It's more of a love story rather than focused around the comedy, I guess.
Yep.
But just how I talked about the relationship between Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, probably my favorite, like one of my favorite duos on the screen. Like we have 50 First Dates, Blended.
I love Blended.
The Wedding
so much.
Singer.
Wedding Singer. Oh my gosh.
I'll get that's we'll talk about that in a little bit.
I'm so glad.
But I love that movie. It's so heartwarming. I love Rob Schneider's character and all these movies pretty much that I'm going to be talking about, because he's in like every single one of these films on my list. I love his character and his family in 50 First Dates. Like, that movie makes me cry every single time.
It's
like,
so sweet.
That is such a power. Like, would you do that? Like, would you show up and try to like win someone over every single day? You know what I mean? Like, that's love.
It is love.
That is love.
It
And
is
we
love.
have oh my gosh,
Samwise.
Yes, but that's what I was gonna say, Samwise. But I'm
Or Bob.
100% forgetting the actor's name, Sean Astin. I was
go.
like trying to think of the actual actor's name. I'm like, Samwise. Sean Astin in that movie is hysterical. Just like
So
obsessed
good.
with like bulking and his
Yes.
bodybuilding and like protein. So good.
I love that movie. And I think everyone, once you watch that movie, you were like, oh, I got to go to Hawaii and go to that breakfast spot.
Yeah,
like, that's
with,
like
making the house out of the waffles. We all tried to do that.
Yes, it is so good. I love that. And I love that he works at the aquarium, the seals. Like, it's just so fun.
And all the scenes with, is it seal? No, sea lion maybe?
Sea lion, I guess.
So the sea lion who's like, they have
He's
conversations.
like a character.
Yeah, he's a character in it.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so good.
I love
it's
that
just beautiful.
movie.
And even the
Yes.
ending, you're like, no, she still doesn't remember. And
Every
they're married and he
day,
reminds her
I
every
know.
single day.
That is so sweet when they're on the boat and
Oh.
she wakes up. Oh, and he records the video.
Like, what a beautiful original story.
Yes,
It's
original.
crazy.
And it's so deep, too.
It is.
It's so deep.
It
And
is.
how he knew, he was like, oh, like, you're going to have to, like, go through, like, he has to go to the facility. It's like the dad knew, like, it's like, you're going to have to experience it for yourself to see. Like, it's like kind of an unbelievable thing, but it's so
It's so
heartwarming.
good. I haven't
love
watched it in
that.
so long.
I know.
I'm due
I
for a
really
rewatch soon.
Yes, quarterly watch.
Yeah,
Add
due
that
for my
to the
quarterly watch list. I need to start a quarterly watch list.
Speaking of quarterly watch,
What's your number 3 on the quarterly watch list?
my number 3 is Grown Ups.
Grown Ups. Okay. No, talk. It's not on my list, but I felt bad not putting it on my list.
Okay, which
so I'm
some
glad
of
you
mine, I think we probably have
Okay.
the same. So this is why this is so hard. This really could have been like a top 10 countdown.
100%. We would have been here forever, though.
Exactly. But Grown Ups is one of my favorite movies of all time, which says like so much about my top 3, because all like my next top 3 are like some of my top favorite movies ever. So Grown Ups, I love. For some reason, it just does not get old to me. It's happy. It's funny. I love the message of like sticking close to your old friends that like knew the real you, especially Adam Sandler, how like
He's like rich.
Yes, he's like the rich one. He works in Hollywood and all of that. So even just seeing how he's realizing like, oh, my kids aren't growing up how I did. How do I instill some of the values that I had into them? And like how, and I don't know, I just love that they all have different stories. And even like Kevin James, like he's trying to hide the fact that like he's still like, he's not the manager of the where he works. And I just feel like it's kind of, it's just sweet and it's cute and it's so funny, and I feel like there's a whole generation that if I say like chocolate wasted, like you know what I'm saying.
I want to get chocolate wasted.
It's just so fun and quotable, and I love particularly the scene where they have the cups with strings like to do the old school telephones, and the kids think they're gonna get in trouble, but then they end up doing it throughout the whole house.
They're like connecting.
Yes, it's just so sweet.
They're off technology and connecting.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's so sweet. I love that movie.
And I feel like it's such a good ensemble film. Like,
it's the best.
when ensemble films are done well, it's just like, how do you not want to watch it over and over again? You fall in love with every single character. And like, of course, Adam Sandler's going to make an ensemble film so he can have all his friends come work. You know what I mean?
Fun.
It's like we get to see some of our favorite actors working together because Adam Sandler's making another movie.
Exactly.
Thank
How
you.
fun. I bet that set is so fun.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, if I was, I guess you don't have to be a male. He has female friends too, but like that group is mostly men. Listen, if I was an actor around the same age and coming up in Hollywood at the same time as Adam Sandler, and he started to like make movies and put some of his friends in it, you better believe I'd be like, oh, this is a guy to become friends with. He's going to make sure his friends work for the rest of their lives.
Yes. I have a serious question for you. Grown Ups 1 or Grown Ups 2? I didn't realize this was deep.
Well, because I'm trying to remember which is which.
Okay, I do have them memorized. If you tell me, then I'll tell you
So
which one it is.
which one is it where they go to the cabin?
That is
And
the first one.
That's the first one. And they go
Yes.
to the water park.
That is the first one.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
the first one.
So good. Yeah, the
first one.
water park. I
'Cause
forgot
that's
about the
one
water
that I've
park with
rewatched the
arms.
most. That's the one I've rewatched the most.
Yes,
And again, Rob
totally.
Schneider and his like daughters that show
Yeah.
up. Like, yeah, that is I've only seen the second one, I think, like maybe once. Because the first
it
one
kind
I
of flew under the
rewatched.
radar.
That's why I was like, wait, I'm confused. Is it
Yeah.
the first one that I rewatch?
The second one, I actually love the second one. I think it's one of the best sequels of any movie
Do you
just
prefer the second
because
over the first?
it's hard. I do have to vote first, but I love the second one. There are just so many funny elements because now they moved back to the town. So now it's like from the town perspective. They have the big house party at the end.
Yeah.
And then the main reason why is I think Taylor Lautner's character is hilarious. He is in the frat that hates them. And so they're like always having a battle and he's always flipping. And he, like Adam Sandler just makes so many funny jokes about him always flipping around.
Taylor Lautner needs to be in more movies again.
Yes,
I know that's not
please.
what we're talking about this episode, but like
He's kind of in the friend group with Adam Sandler because he
Yeah.
was in Ridiculous Six.
I need
too.
him to be working more though. And maybe he
I
doesn't
agree.
want to. And all the power to you, Taylor, if
Yeah.
you don't want to. I mean,
I
they have their
know.
podcast now and
Yes,
stuff, but
which is
like
awesome.
I need you in some more movies.
Yes,
Like get in
great
some of those Adam
actor.
Sandler. Like, get in some of those Adam Sandler productions.
Yes.
Okay, that was your number 3.
Yes. What is your
My number 3 is Billy Madison. This
love?
has I honestly was like, I always say this is my favorite Adam Sandler movie, but as I was making this list, I realized I'm like, maybe it used to be, but now there are other films that I feel like impact me more.
Mhm.
But Billy Madison, I think just even the song alone, back to school, to prove to dad I'm not a fool. Like, we used to sing that all the time growing up. Like, anytime it was like a Monday, you had to go back to school. Spring break was over. Summer was over. It was like such a big part of like our little millennial culture growing up.
Yes.
I love it. I love the like big scene at the end where they're having like a, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word?
Like the
Like
trivia.
like a trivia.
Yeah,
I was like
the quiz. It's like a quizathon
like,
or
I'm like, yeah, a
something.
quizathon, whatever they call it. I love it all. It just feels
agree.
it's fun.
Yes.
It's that Adam Sandler humor that no one else could pull off.
Yes.
Like no one else can do what Adam Sandler does. It would be silly. It would be ridiculous. But it is so his brand. And I feel like he solidified that with Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Like those two films
Yes.
to me are like what made his humor his humor.
100%. I'm glad you brought this up because I'm going to skip into my number 2, which is my
Yes.
next one because this is my number 2.
Billy Madison? Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
I love Billy Madison so much. Such a fun concept.
So fun.
You
Silly.
have to go back all through school because you didn't actually pass. Like, it's such a great concept. And him sitting in the class, like, where the teacher, I don't remember what grade he's in. It's got to be like 3rd grade or 2nd
Yeah.
grade when the teacher is reading, like, the dog book. It's like Spot or something.
Yeah.
He was like, what? Go home? Like, it's just like, it's so funny.
And it's so funny because like this would never happen, right? Like they
No,
would
it could
never let a
never.
grown man. So it's so unbelievable, but you believe it and you buy into it because you're like, okay, in this world, this is what happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Like everyone else fell asleep, but he's upset that the dog in the book, like he's like, he gave up looking after just an hour.
He's invested.
I know. He's like, you didn't even put up signs to look
Yeah.
for your dog. I love that. And then I love too, like once he gets into like some of the older grades, like it is becoming more intense. Like, oh no, like how do I stay cool? Because he was cool in high school, but so now it's like a whole different landscape. I love that. And then a few things, snack packs.
Snack pack.
You can't watch this movie and like not want a pudding cup.
Gotta have your snack pack.
Yes.
And she's like, I'll be your snack pack.
She is so funny.
Thought I was
and
your
then
snack pack. Sorry.
no, I love it. And then I quote all the time, you're going to be able to finish this too. Today, Junior. It says, I always say that. I read them like, today, Junior.
And it's like you want to say it at the most inappropriate time.
Yes.
Like, I want to say it when someone's taking forever. I say today, Junior. It's so good.
It is so good. And I have to shout out, I love Chris Farley, and he is the bus driver. So when they go on the field trip, he's the bus driver, and he's so crazy, and he has that Chris Farr, like, just very, like, physical humor. I just A+. And when they're on the field trip, how sweet
wait,
he
the
is.
pee pants?
Yes. When his friend pees his
I
pants.
pee my pants all the time.
Yeah, he's like, peeing your pants is cool. It's so sweet. Like, and that's why I love this episode, because every movie it's like funny and crazy, but everything has like an element of sweetness.
You know, it kind of makes me sad. Do you think like younger generations have watched these movies? Like, do the younger generations, like, I think Gen Z probably has seen a lot of Adam Sandler movies, but like Gen Alpha, like, I don't know how old they are, like 12, 13. Maybe it's not appropriate for them to watch some of these. Like, will they recognize and appreciate the genius that is Adam Sandler? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I would like to think that Adam Sandler is one of those actors who like spans generations and people of all ages watch and love his films. But we need it to live on.
I know. But it's kind of cool because his daughters are doing movies now.
Yes, did you see what he posted today?
Yes. I know, perfect timing. He posted a trailer for Roommates with his
which
daughter.
I'm assuming I don't know if he like wrote it or if he's just like producing it. Yeah, I'm assuming he's for sure producing it. I'm sure it's like his film.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was involved in writing it, but it's like it seems like he's not even in it. Right. It's just his daughter.
Yes. Going off to college and her roommate story. Yeah. And it looks kind of fun.
I can't wait to watch it.
Super excited. But yes.
Okay, that was your number 2.
Billy Madison is my number 2.
My number 2 is The Wedding Singer. I think that this is one of the most beautiful love stories of all time. I mean, it's so silly, but I love their love. Like, like one of my favorite scenes ever is the end of that film where he gets onto the plane and sings that song. No. I was starting to sing the song from 50 First Dates, right? Wait, no.
I want to grow old with you.
That's The Wedding Singer. Or is that? Whoa.
I think, because in Wedding Singer, he does the I hate you. Yeah, no, I think because he has both versions in Wedding Singer, doesn't he?
Whoa, I'm spazzing out. Wait, The Wedding Singer,
if I had my phone, I'd look it up. But
I want to grow old with you at the end in The Wedding Singer.
Yes.
I'm getting confused with the song he sings her on 50 First Dates on the guitar. Because he like plays that song on a ukulele on 50 First Dates. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I thought that was I want to grow old with you. Then that's 50 First Dates.
Is it? But he has because he has the one where it's like so funny. It's like, I hate you.
Yes. Because that's from his ex, Linda, at the beginning. But remember when he gets on the plane
he
to
does
go see
sing
Julia at the end? He's singing a song.
What is it? This is when we need a producer to Google stuff.
I'm going to grab my phone and look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, what is it? Well, while you're pulling that up, I will say one of the best Adam Sandler songs is that song in Wedding Singer when he's talking, like where you don't expect it, but he's all mad and heartbroken, and it is about like how much he hates her. Hilarious. But this movie, I'm glad you put it on your list because I love The Wedding Singer so much. And again, we kind of have that theme of the good guy winning in the end because like we have the guy that she's like is with, that Drew Barrymore is with.
Yeah, the popular guy.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what this says. I feel like I'm going, okay, he does sing Grow Old with You.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even remember a song in 50 First Dates. I don't know if
Am I going crazy? I could have sworn that's what he sang on the end of 50 First Dates.
Does he sing it in both?
If he sings it in both and I forgot, and like I never caught that, it's going to really weird me out. Okay, so Grow Old with You. That's what I thought. Okay. Love that.
So good.
Love that whole plane scene.
Yeah.
And something I quote from this movie all the time is when it's like before her wedding and she is like looking in the mirror and like practicing introducing herself with her new name. She's like, "Hi, I'm Julia Gulia." "Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Julia Gulia." And she's like, "This sounds ridiculous." I mean, and then she starts to use his last name. And you're like,
so
oh my God,
sweet.
this is so precious. But Julia Gulia, I say that all the time. Like, if I ever meet anyone named Julia, I'm like, do people call you Julia Gulia? And if they don't know what I'm talking about, I'm like, yeah, we're not going to be friends. You don't understand how iconic your name is because your name is Julia.
I love.
But one of my favorite love stories, it really is. It's like Friends to lovers. Friends to lovers. You know, I'm
We
gonna
also
love it.
need like a little bell or something for that. Like anytime
little,
we
like
have a
ding ding ding,
Yes.
like say. Okay, I just have to. You can go into your number one. I have to see what song Adam Sandler sings in 50 First Dates.
Please do.
Because
now I'm like, what was that? Because I do see in my head him strumming the ukulele.
Yeah.
What is that?
Am I crazy?
I wonder why. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Forgetful Lucy. Remember he sings like a little song about her being forgetful, but like in a very endearing way.
Oh.
Okay, yes. For some reason I was just like imagining a ukulele with I Want to Grow Old with You, so it was really
It'd be
confusing
a
me.
perfect ukulele song.
I was like, if it was the same song, that would have really tripped me out, and I would have been like, I can't believe we never noticed this. Okay, but Forgetful Lucy, that makes sense. Okay, there's always
I love
Adam
it.
Sandler's got to throw a song in every one of his movies.
Love. I am obsessed. Well, that's why. So last year I fulfilled a lifelong goal and I went and saw him do stand up live.
Yes.
And it's so fun because it literally was a concert.
Yeah,
like
he sings his
sings the
songs.
whole time. So it was just incredible. Okay, my number one is, no surprise if you ever looked on my Letterboxd, Mr. Deeds.
I knew this one.
I love this movie. It brings me so much joy. Once again, you kind of have like the sweet guy that has like really good intentions, and all of the like, and people just underestimate him.
Yep.
Because his old, like, it's like great uncle who had like $40 billion passed away, so he's the next in line to inherit his whole media company. And I just love it. I love the small town of when the people in charge of the trust, like Peter Gallagher, like they're all like coming to like
Peter Gallagher.
I know, like telling them to hey, you got all this money, like that small town. It's so cute, and how his dream is to write Hallmark cards. I always quote,
a dream.
I'll bring De Beers. I'll bring De Beers. I love that so much. And then when he goes to the big city, when he discovers the penthouse, and he has like his
Yes.
butler, sneaky sir. Like, it's just, I love sneaky. And I love Winona Ryder's character
Winona
too.
Ryder.
So good. And one of my favorite scenes, I have this written down, was the mugging scene where Winona Ryder, because she works at the newspaper and is just trying to get a scoop, she has her like I think he's like a co-producer or something.
Yes.
He is pretending to mug her, and they don't realize, like, no, like Adam Sandler's character, like
He's gonna beat you.
yes, like he doesn't come to play. So he like, one, gets the purse back, but then he just keeps going and going, like beating him up, and it's such a long, dragged out scene, and it makes it so hilarious. And by the end, that guy, because he's gotten beat up so many times, like he's like in like
He's
he has
struggling.
like casts. Yeah, it is. I just love this movie so much. If you have not watched this, or if it's been a while, definitely recommend. It's so fun, and like it's kooky, like it's quirky, it's out of the box, it's random, but it is hilarious.
I was traumatized by the foot in that movie. The first time I saw it, where like I actually wouldn't watch it for a long time because I was like, I don't want to see that ever again.
Well, and that it's so random.
so
Then he has
ridiculous.
a frostbitten foot.
And it's just, I can't feel anything. You can't feel this? You just hitting
know, with,
it.
like the poker.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But I was traumatized when I first watched that. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't.
How
I
does
can't
he
ever
even
watch this
think
again.
of that?
I
It's
don't know.
so
It's-
random.
Thank God, though. Thank goodness he does, because it makes us laugh.
I know. I love it. And then it has such a great ending too, that the butler ends up being the inheritor. Like, it's a perfect movie.
Heartwarming.
Yes. What is
Okay,
your number one?
My number one is Big Daddy.
Love this movie.
First of all, Dylan and Cole Sprouse as little children who were great child actors. Like,
Yes.
they did such a good job in that movie. It's, again, like a heartwarming story, right? Of like a very independent bachelor takes on this that sounds weird. Takes on taking care of this little boy, takes him in, not really with good intentions, like really with the purpose of trying to impress a girl, his girlfriend, right? And then like had no interest in being a father, and then like slowly falls in love with this kid who he essentially is acting as his dad. And then when they form a relationship and he's taken away from him to live with his real biological father, he like fights for him. And that movie is just so funny. Like, just so funny. I love seeing the process of them forming their relationship. and him like learning what's okay to say in front of a child and what's not. I love the scene where they go to McDonald's to get breakfast, but it's like it's 11 and they actually stop serving breakfast at 10:30 and he's crying. He's like, get the kid a Happy Meal. It's so funny. And then Steve Buscemi is like playing a homeless man outside. He's like, where's my Egg McMuffin? It's like, they stopped serving at 10:30. I thought it was 11. So did I. Like, it's just so silly. He pretends,
so
or he
good.
doesn't pretend. He like throws himself in front of a car to get hit by a car to just make the kid laugh instead of cry. It's just like what he'll do to try to just cheer up this kid as they're forming a relationship. It's just so funny and heartwarming.
It is such a heartwarming movie. I'm so glad you had it on there because that one, it's definitely, I feel like it's got to be around the time he did like Mr. Deeds. Like it seems like that
it was
era.
it had to be in that era.
But like that one is so good.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because that's where when he has him, like he gets to pick out his own clothes. So he has like a crazy
I love when he pretends to be, I'm Scuba Steve. And it's just so good. Again, Rob Schneider's in that movie, plays a kooky delivery driver character.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Big Daddy and Mr. Deeds are probably like, and maybe even the Wedding Singer are kind of in the same category of Adam Sandler films where of course they're funny, but he's playing like actually a good guy.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Not playing like an exaggerated like silly version of a character, you know?
Exactly. Yes. Oh, I love that. I'm sad it's over.
I know.
Although it's actually wild that neither of us included Happy Gilmore.
Okay, I know. And it's only because I feel like we've talked, at least, I guess not on the podcast, but we've talked about it so much. We've talked about Happy Gilmore so much, and Happy Gilmore 2 came out last year. We talked about it a lot then.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it so much that I was just like, I don't know, like, let's talk about other movies. That was kind of where my head was at.
I totally agree. Like, honestly, if I could slot it in, I would have, because I love that movie too. Like, Happy Gilmore is another, like, you can just throw it on any
We
time.
could easily have a top 10.
Oh,
but
easily.
At this moment, this is our top 5.
Easily.
Each of our top 5 lists.
I know. And the crazy part is we're missing so many.
Oh, there's so many.
It's actually mind-blowing.
But that's why we had to have a whole episode dedicated to Adam Sandler. Because he's created so many funny, amazing, touching stories.
Yes.
Again, no one can do what Adam Sandler does. Like, there's never going to be another Adam Sandler.
I know.
We are big Adam Sandler stands over here. Listen.
I know. Truly a pleasure. The most comfortable I've ever been recording an episode. Do we have time for pop quiz, or do we want to wrap it up?
Maybe let's wrap it up and save the pop, because I feel like this is already, we gave you guys a long episode. We had to talk about Project Hail Mary. Yes. We had to talk about Adam Sandler. Stay tuned for the rest of this edit. This is the actor edit, you guys. So next week we will be talking about our favorite male actors and kind of dive into our top 5 lists, why they're on the lists. And it'll be a fun month talking all about actors and
the art of acting.
Yeah, if it weren't for actors, you wouldn't have our favorite movies.
Exactly. So thank you so much for listening to The Real Obsessed. Make sure to follow along on social. And if you have a friend who is a film fan, make sure to share this episode with them. And especially a friend who's an Adam Sandler fan. Make sure to share this. Yes.
All right. Bye, you guys. Roll the credits.